Hey YouTube, so today I'm going to show you how to make something like this very easily using all modifiers. The actual object that this is made out of I have on a separate layer here. It's just this right here, and let me turn this off so you can see. It's just this right here, and everything else that you see is all these modifiers here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And so this was somebody had this I guess was like an exhaust pipe for a big rig or something that I guess they had some pipe coming down the middle and out here, and they wanted to know how to do this easily because they didn't want to sit here and manually do all these little holes. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let me just save this real quick, and I'll just save this on my desktop as holes. Okay, and then I'm going to start off in a new file. All right, I'm going to select everything and delete it, and make sure your cursor is in the center. Shift A, mesh, cylinder. Press 1 to go in the side view, 5 to go in the orthoscopic view, and I'm going to change some of these numbers here. You know, I'd probably have to do a little bit of math on this one, or you can just kind of wing it. So I'm going to select 50 verts. And then for my depth, I'm going to make this, let's say, 0.5. Okay, and I'm going to, fill type is going to be nothing. Okay, go into edit mode and Control R. I'm going to put 3 loops in, and left click and right click, and then Control A. Then I'm going to go into vertex mode. That's Control Tab, and I'm select these vertices here. And then I'm going to go Shift Alt S, and then just drag my mouse all the way over to the right, which is going to make a sphere. Then press X and delete those faces. And then I'm going to just press, let's see, let's go into face mode, and I can press C just to kind of paint these faces. Oops, got some that I didn't need, so Shift and then paint, and then Control I. I'm going to get out of that tool. Control I, X, delete the faces, and then I can get rid of these ones back here by just Control select around X faces. Then I'm going to go into object mode. I can hit smooth now, and then I'm going to hit Shift A to add an empty. I'll use plain axis for this one. Then on my object here, I'm going to go and do an array modifier. I'm going to turn off relative offset, and I'm going to check object offset, and then select my empty here. And then go and select my empty and actually change the Z rotation to, I believe, 36. No, it's not 36. It's probably 30. I think it's 30, 30, 30. Might not be 30 either. So this is where I said you're going to have to do a little math. You're going to have to figure out how many times this needs to go around. But in the meantime, what we can do is just go back to our object and click on merge, and then we'll go back to the empty here, and we'll just turn this down a little bit at a time until they merge together. Okay, and then we can turn up our array number here until it goes all the way around in a circle. And you can see that it's probably going to do something like that, so that's why you need to figure out how wide you need everything to be and how much you want to turn the cylinder. So now let's see if we can figure out where we have to go here. At 20, I think 27.6, and then we just turn up our merge distance a little bit, and we want to make sure first and last is selected. Okay, so now that we have this first one, you could see in my other one that the ones below it were staggered, so they were in between. So what I did was I added another empty, so Shift A, and then now I'm going to add arrows so I can tell them apart. I'm going to select this again, add another array. This time down here, let's turn off relative, turn on constant, and then we want to bring Z down until it meets the bottom. Let's see, let's go from the side view. Let's just bring this down. It meets at the bottom there. Looks good, and then we're going to hit merge. And then we're going to take our second empty, which is right here, and we're going to, oops, wait, before we do that, we have to make sure that we've put it as the object offset. And then we can select it and turn this, let's say 15 degrees, looks good. And then we put on a subdivision modifier to make sure that we are, yeah, it doesn't look like it's quite merged up there, so we might need to distance up just a tad. There we go. All right, that looks pretty good. Then it's just a matter of turning this up. Actually, I think the subsurf can go up above. Oh, can't go above the first one, but it can go below. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Subsurf down. Down. There we go. So now it's just a matter of on the second array here, turning this up to as many as you want. Let's just go up to, I don't know, 10, right? And then we're going to go ahead and put in a solidify modifier. And that's going to look weird for a minute, but we want to get the thickness that we want. I'm going to, let's turn up my thickness just a tad. It's right about there. We're going to crease the inner and outer and the rim. Then we're going to go and put on a bevel modifier. Get on the bottom, check angle, and then percent. And then we need to put on one more modifier, and that is a edge split. And let's put on the bottom, and let's check our angles here on our bevel modifier. Actually, I think we can do weight. Yeah, weight might work an actual a little bit better. And we can put the edge split above the bevel. Let's try that. Actually had a nice bevel on here earlier. I think our subsurf needs to go up a bit higher. Round those out. Okay, and then we can just play with the values here, make this thicker if we want. And then I just put in, where is it, matte cap before this, one of these chrome ones, I think this one. And I think we're good. So here you go. Now you can change the thickness. You can change the number of vertical sections. Put your pipe through the middle and you're done. Thanks for watching.